Hi, I'm Rhonda.
I'm Angie.
And we are Adventures in Nomadness.
We are in Chilliwack, Canada at the Escape Trailer Industries factory, and we are comparing models.
We picked a 21C for our full-time RV. Was it the right choice over a 5.0? I don't know. I love a 5.0. Well, here I am back in the dinette. Look familiar? Well, it should. It's almost down to probably all the dimensions as a 21C. The only difference that I'm seeing is about 1 inch ceiling as we start to slope forward to a 7-foot, you heard it right, 7-foot ceiling at the entrance. So yeah, this model is a little bit heavier, about 500 pounds more. But the advantage is you get your bedroom that way. It's a full queen. It's set away from everything else. When you come in, you have the additional headroom, so it feels very spacious in here. The bathroom is the same type that you get in the 21NE or 19, but it is taller, or at least it feels taller to us. Storage is similar. I think there's probably a little less interior storage. There's storage under here, there's storage in the sides, and then the storage in here, and there is less counter space, but it's not super small. I would say this is probably right around or close to the counter that you have in the 21 NE with a 3-burner stove. So otherwise, I would say I would be happy in this model. The other positive is this is a 5th wheel. What about 5th wheels is special is part of it, the tongue, is going to be overhanging into your tow vehicle. That means your overall total length is shorter. And if you happen to be on a ferry, then you don't get charged those extra feet. So Angie, with your small bladder, you don't have to worry in this RV. It's got 30-gallon black tank. 30 gallons over 22 in the 21C. Yes, the gray and the freshwater tanks are the same at 28. But if you've got a smaller big bladder, this puppy's got a big bladder to take care of all of your bladder needs.
Okay, this is why I love our 21C. Well, there's a lot of reasons why I love our 21C. It's very easy to get in and out of the bed. There's no steps, and I can lean up against the back and be able to work on the computer or just sit up in bed and read. It's actually a little harder. As much as I love the 5.0, it's actually harder to do that. The roof is just a little bit, just a little too short. So if I was gonna sit up there, it'd be kind of like this. Up there, you could put enough pillows up there to move yourself away from that back wall, I guess the front wall, and be able to sit up there comfortably, but it would take a lot of pillows for that. This right here, because I do 99.8% of all the cooking, this is a lot more room here. Even with this particular 3-burner cook stove, that's an option, definitely more counter space. Well, for some people the 5.0 is all about the height, but hey, let's face it, I'm short. So the shorter ceilings in the 21C is not an issue for me.
How short are you?
I'm 5'2", so definitely not an issue. But if you're a very tall person, over 6 feet, you still have maybe an inch or two, a couple inches to hit your head before you hit your head. But it really depends on if you have the AC unit. But if you're really tall and you're considering the 21C versus the 5.0, I would totally go with a 5.0. So what's important to you? A bigger bed or more storage and counter space? Now in the 21C, it is the double bed. Hasn't been an issue because there's walls on each side, but it is a nice, much larger queen bed inside the 5.0. And you have space on both sides to be able to put more stuff, more clothes, if you don't want to downsize those t-shirts and shorts. Right, so the dinette configuration is it's pretty identical in both the 5.0 versus the 21C, and the nice thing is that the batteries are in the dinette, so they're inside on both of these units, which was obviously important to us. All right, the reason we discounted the 5.0, as much as I love it, is space. Not just space here, but truck space. Now, let's take the front box. This thing is huge, and we have it pretty much maxed out. But let's compare that to what the front box storage would be in the 5.0. Look how small this is. Yes, we would be maxing this out and putting some of our electrical and plumbing needs in the back of the truck. The most important thing of all, and the one and only reason why we discounted the 5.0 over the 21C, was the use of our truck bed. We're full-time, we've got extra tools, we've got extra recreational stuff, you know, pack rafts and kayak paddles and all that kind of stuff, bike stuff. The list kind of goes on and on. We can't give up that bed space. We have a full-on canopy, and we've got a 30-gallon water tank, and you know, like I said, the list goes on in the back of our truck. We would have to give up all of that space, or at least most of it, to go with the 5.0. Now, a lot of people are concerned with that bed space in their truck, and we have several friends that have countered that by, you know, they've configured in such a way that they've got totes that are lined perfectly with the inside of their truck bed, so they can still have some storage and still hook up the fifth wheel. Okay, well, both of these are fantastic units, and I absolutely love the 5.0, and if it wasn't for that most important thing for us, the truck space, the storage space in our tow vehicle, I would have chosen the 5.0, but hey, can't have everything.
So ultimately, the way we camp and the way we travel, and the fact that we're full-time, the 21C was the right choice for us. But we're going to keep thinking about this one because you just never know.
You never know. And hey, there's a 23 coming out at some point, and that might be a happy medium. Who knows?
So if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. Consider subscribing so that you won't miss the next one, where we're going to cover 17 versus 19.